Welcome to Centennial Hall, room 2204. I'm going to give you a rundown on how the classroom technology works in here. Up here at the teacher station is our touch panel. Our touch panel is right now in the main menu mode right there. If I press here to begin, just like the instructions say, it's going to bring up the option of having the projector power on or not. We'll go ahead and say yes. That's going to power on the projector and bring the screen down from the ceiling. That whole process takes about a minute, and our screen will be in the please wait while the system starts up mode for that minute. So while that's occurring, let's go ahead and talk about the lighting control here in the room. On the right-hand side of the touch panel are our 5 presets for the lights. Lights all on, lecture with the whiteboard and without the whiteboard. Our theater mode is going to bring down the level of the lights everywhere so that you can really focus on the screen. And then, of course, lights all off. There are also a couple other ways to control the lights. There's a wall panel back here. It has the 5 presets right on it. And both of our doors, one which you can see and one which you can't from this station here, have an on and off switch right at the door level. The next thing that we can go through here while we're waiting is our wireless microphone. There's an on-off switch right at the top. I'll go ahead and switch that on. And then anything I say or do into the wireless microphone is going to be reinforced in the room for us there. If I need to adjust the level of that, we can go to our source select page now that everything's booted up, and in the bottom right-hand corner is our audio control button. If I press that, it's going to give me some choices for audio control, and the wireless microphone is on the left-hand side there. Up will turn it up, and down will turn it down, and there's a mute button there. Go ahead and press back to get back to your main menu there. When you're done using the wireless microphone, make sure and click that power button back to the off position because the battery will completely drain even if the wireless microphone is not being used. Okay, so now that everything's powered up, we can go ahead and send something to the screen. PC is what's selected there, highlighted in blue. So whatever we do on the PC is going to show up on the screen. And in order to log on to the PC, we're going to use our UWL username, just like the beginning of your UWL email address. And for the password, we're going to use your UWL net ID in order to log on to the system. The next thing on our list are our laptop options. We have laptop and HDMI laptop for the 2 different types of connections, analog and digital. All the connections we need are right here in the cable cubby. There's also a power supply right there on the left-hand side, so you don't have to rely on your battery. My laptop uses an analog signal or a VGA signal, so I'll go ahead and plug that into the side of my laptop. Then I'll plug the audio cable into the headphone jack on my laptop, and I'll be all ready to go. I come over to the touch panel, and I choose laptop. I would choose digital laptop then, of course, or HDMI laptop if I was using a digital signal. And then my laptop should show up on the screen. If it doesn't show up on the screen, it's probably because your computer isn't in the right mode. You have to make sure that you're seeing an external video source there. So I'll hold down the function key and tap the F8 key on a Windows machine. It brings up a nice little menu for me. Might not bring up a menu for you. It might go through these automatically, so you might have to do that process a couple of times. I choose the duplicate mode so that whatever shows up on my laptop shows up on the screen in the front of the room. The next thing on our list is our Blu-ray DVD player. I go ahead and press that button and it brings up our Blu-ray menu. Our play, stop, rewind, and those functions are on the left-hand side. Our menu selections and our navigation controls are on the right-hand side. If you press this button that says full screen video, it'll give you a big preview and it'll keep your controls over here. You can click back to go ahead and get out of there. Our Blu-ray player is located right underneath the document camera on the right-hand side of the desk here. You can use the front panel controls to control it as well. And I'll also note that you don't have to have a Blu-ray disc to play in the Blu-ray player. You can play your regular DVD movies in there as well. So it's a good time to mention the volume button. Since Blu-ray is selected, our volume control, right here with the knob at the bottom of the touch panel, will control the volume of the Blu-ray player. If I had laptop selected, like I did before, that volume, the Blu-ray volume would go away, and then the volume control would control the volume of my laptop. And it does the same for the other sources on there. Whatever source is selected is the volume that you're going to hear and what you're going to be able to control. The next thing is our document camera. I'll go ahead and select document camera. It's located on the right-hand side of the desk here. I'm going to go ahead and hit the power button in the back. It's going to blink green. When that light becomes a solid green, we'll know the document camera is ready to go. Our advanced features are right up here by the camera. Zoom in and zoom out using the little wheel here. Manual and autofocus are there too. You'll want to leave that on autofocus unless you're doing something really active. After a couple of seconds, after you switch to it on the touch panel, it's going to sync up with everything in the room, and then whatever I show on the document camera is also going to show up on the screen for us. The last source that we'll talk about is our auxiliary source. If I hit that, it's going to bring up a sub-menu here to give you the choice between S-video and composite video. And all those connections are located right here in this cable cubby as well. If you had a video camera or an iPod or something like that that you wanted to bring in and hook up, you simply connect your cables to that, select the mode that you want, and then use the device that you have to control it, and you'll be able to show that up on the screen. On the left-hand side of the touch panel here are some other controls that we'll go through quickly. Projector power, of course, is going to power the projector down if you wanted to turn it off. Video mute would just put a black screen onto the computer. It'll just mute the video for you without powering the projector down. And you can use that along with the screen up and screen down button if you wanted to do something on the whiteboard quickly. Mute the video, put the screen up. You can do something on the whiteboard and then unmute and put the screen back down. And then you don't have to wait for the system to power all the way up and power all the way down. Here's a quick way to mute all the microphones. And then down here, our last button is our help button. If I press that, it's going to bring up the names and phone numbers of some of the staff at Academic Technology Services. If you ever have problems during a class or ever need anything, you go ahead and call one of those numbers. I'll press OK to get out of that. And then I'm going to mention that in the bottom right-hand corner of our screen is a button that says System Off. That's very important because when I press it, it's going to ask if I want to turn the system off. And when I hit power down, the screen will go up, and most importantly, that projector will power down. And that's going to save the life of the projector bulb for us so that our system lasts a long time. So once again, if you ever have any questions or any concerns, please give a call to the Academic Technology Services staff, and we'd be happy to help. Thank you.